This is one of the most important companies that you've never heard of. This is ASML, a $300 billion Dutch company that makes the machines that make semiconductors. Each one of these costs about $150 million, and they're really important because semiconductors are the new oil. Everybody wants the semis. So what exactly do they sell? Their key product is this EUV, extreme ultralight lithography machine. It prints tiny circuits onto silicon wafers. Only 50 are made per year, and ASML, of course, has a monopoly on the market. Groups like Samsung, Taiwan Semiconductors, and Intel all rely on ASML for this. They need EUV to keep this Moore's law going and to keep on advancing computing. ASML began in 1984 in this shed in the Netherlands. They failed a lot and had trouble competing with companies like Nikon and Canon. This was their first big win. They went public in 1995 and acquired a bunch of other US lithography firms to keep that ball rolling. They made two big bets. First was on this twin scan system, immersion lithography diagram. And this was their first market-leading product. Then they started spending a ton of money on EUV. A big risk because it was under the assumption that Samsung, Intel, TSMC would all be like, yeah, that's cool with us. Yeah, we'll rebuild and redesign our fabrication plans. And they just plowed about $5 billion of research into EUV. Nikon and Canon were both like, no, that's cool, we won't do that. Canon being like, we're a little bit too broke. Nikon wanted to work with older tech. This bet on EUV paid off as Intel, TSMC, and Samsung all went to acquire ASML. They jointly acquired 23% of ASML. And the first production-ready EUV machine was made in 2016. You can kind of think of ASML as like Boeing. Boeing takes all these different parts and puts it together and makes an airplane. ASML does the same, so they take tooling parts from the US, chemicals from Japan, and lenses from Germany to make their product. They can only produce 50 machines per year because of supply chain problems, of course. Also, each machine is custom, and the delivery process is insane as well. The minimum spend to house an EUV is $1 billion. A disassembled EUV machine takes up 20 shipping containers. And now ASML has a 90% share in the semi-lithography market. And they have huge headwinds with semiconductor companies expecting to spend a lot more, as well as things like Tesla chips. But even if this whole market falls apart, they still have the EUV maintenance market. So going in, relocating the machines, cleaning up the machines, the secondary market is sometimes very strong. And with semiconductors being the new oil, the US blocking Dutch exports of EUV products to China, ASML might see a lot of benefit moving forward. It all started in a shed, and that's on the power of semiconductors.